We'll gather around, feel the love come down. Blue elephant is strong, together we belong.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we have our next unboxing from Into Resin, and I am super excited. This is all things winter and Christmas, and oh my god, look at these snowflakes. They are so incredibly detailed, so beautiful. I cannot wait to pour these. Like, they're just going to be absolutely gorgeous. Next up is these little snowman icicles. Like, they are super, super cute. And I've got an idea for these that I think will be pretty cool. But we'll have to wait and see. And then we have this little adorable gingerbread man storage box. Now, that is what we are going to be doing today in this video. Let's get some resin mixed up. I am using Let's Resin's epoxy resin for this today, and we're just going to go straight glitter. So I came up with I'm calling it Gingerbread, custom glitter mix that I think will be absolutely perfect for this. It's just beautiful. It looks like gingerbread, right? It's a very, very small chunk mix. Not a lot. It's mainly like more of your finer glitters, but it does have some small chunky glitter in it as well. But it is very fine for the most part, right? It's not your big, huge, chunky chunk mix. I think it's going to be perfect for this. I think it's going to give us that kind of texture that we're looking for, as well as the variations in the brownie kind of coppery bronzish kind of colors shift. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to work out really, really well for this. I am adding glue, even though it's not a super chunk mix, right? I am adding glue because this is what we're going to use to color it. So I don't want the chance of any of that glitter falling, especially the bigger chunks that are in there, and ruining the effect of it. Did you see how cute all the detail is on the lid of this mold? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I added about 3 drops of glue to this 4-ounce cup, and I don't think it needs a whole lot, but I just want to make sure that it's not all going to fall on me, right? I am pouring in slowly, as you've seen, just to kind of give the resin a chance to find its own way. And then I'm going to work it into all of the details of this mold. When you're working with glitter, at least I've noticed anyway, there is a chance, like when you have all your embossed areas, because glitter isn't a liquid, right? It's chunky, it's got whatever. There's more of an opportunity for air bubbles to kind of cling around those areas. So you want to make sure that the resin in there is finding its way around the glitter so that you're not going to have a bunch of little pit holes all over your resin piece where the air bubbles are because of the glitter. So take it slow. Take a silicone tool or something that's not going to ruin your molds, work it around those areas and take your time doing it. This way, once you kind of get all of that done, then it doesn't matter quite so much. Now you can see that there's a lip that goes around this mold for like how it's going to fit into the top part, because it actually sits in there very, very nicely. So luckily you can see through it, even though it's a colored mold. So you can kind of see if there's any air bubbles under there. You just want to take your time to work those out so that you don't have any holes there that you're going to have to worry about fixing later on. Now, I didn't quite mix up enough glitter in this. I wasn't sure how much this mold really holds. It's not a super huge mold as far as the amount that it's going to take. Like, it's a decent sized little trinket box. It's very deep, but because it's so deep and the walls are thin, it's not going to take a whole lot. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to mix up a tiny bit more glitter in there. And I'm not going to worry about adding glue to it, because at this point, all of the stuff that I need to worry about it falling has already gone to the sides. I'm just filling up the bottom. I don't think I'm going to have a super big issue because I don't really need that much. So I'm just going to top it off with this. I think it'll be fine. Do you see all the sparkle in that glitter though? Like you can just see it dancing in the light as it's moving. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Now, the one thing that we do need to keep in mind is we're not going to see most of this sparkle once we demold because this is a matte mold. That being said, I do think that even though the glitter itself isn't going to sparkle, we're still going to get some cool effects just because of the texture in the glitter, if that makes sense. Okay, on to the next one. Now, this is it's a tester mold that I am making. I mean, it's this was a hot mess when I made it. It leaked up underneath it and started floating. So it's all crooked and uneven and whatever. And there I didn't put nearly enough silicone in there on the bottom, so I'm worried that it's gonna like all the resin's just gonna fall through. But it's a napkin holder that I want to try and see and kind of if it was the right way, right? If it was even level and all of the things, what do you guys think about it? Let me know when we demold if I mean, I don't know, do people still use napkin holders like for their fancy formal dinners? Like I thought it would be really cool as like a Thanksgiving type deal to make, a bunch of these they look like piece chunks of wood and have them as napkin holders. I thought would look really kind of cool. So anyway, when we demold it, now you'll have to envision it being, flat and even, obviously, but let me know what you guys think if it's something that I should worry about like fixing it and making it right next time, or if I should just squash it all together and not put it in my store. Okay, so I did the bear because I had a little bit of glitter left over, and this way you guys can see the sparkle in a actual shiny piece because this piece is going to be pretty much matte as well. And like I said, this mold it's a hot mess. It was kind of a prototype that I was working on, and things things really happened. But I think it's kind of cool looking. Like here in a minute, as soon as I get the centerpiece out, which I have to be really, really careful right now because it's so paper thin on the bottom. I don't want the silicone to tear. But do you see all of the detail in that wood slice? Like I think that this could be super, super cool. And maybe not even casting it the whole way. Like maybe if you think it's too chunky, doing it like halfway. Like I don't know if I can make the mold halfway. I'd probably have to do it the whole way. But even just doing it in half so it's not quite so thick. I don't know. I kind of think it's cool. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. There's the little bear, super shiny. You get all of the different kind of colors in that glitter that's just absolutely gorgeous. And now it's time for the main event. Now I'm super curious to see how this turns out. Just from what I've seen online, it's really, really, really cute. This silicone is super squishy and soft and just all of the things that you want silicone to be when you're demolding, right? All right, are you ready? Here we go. I think it's super cute. And do you see how just the different colors in the glitter, yes, they don't shine, but they add almost like a cookie-like texture to it, which I think is pretty neat. Now it's time to demold the box and see how this turned out. And it was very easy to demold. It's just a matter of getting that suction when you pull out that middle piece. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but even though I know the molds are made really, really well, I'm always worried that, I pull too hard and I'm gonna like completely rip it. But not that it's ever happened to me. It's just always the thought in the back of my head. So I do kind of take it slowly and just kind of coax it out so that I don't have any issues. And plus, it hasn't been quite a full 24 hours, so my resin is still on the softer side, and I don't want to misshape this. I think it's really cute. And the lid fits on absolutely perfectly. It just snaps right into place. It's a really good fit, nice tight fit, but not too tight, you know what I mean? Okay, so now what are we going to do with this? Now I'm going to hold off. I tried to get my deburring tool and just, get off all the sharp edges on the bottom. it's still too soft, so I'm going to do that off camera. What I decided to do is I think I'm going to go the glitter rhinestone route to decorate him up. Now, for the like edging where the white icing would be on this, I'm just going to use my gloss varnish and glitter hack for that, just because I think it'll be nice. Now, if you wanted, because this doesn't show up quite as white as icing would, right? Because you've got to use a fine glitter, and this one that I'm using is more of an iridescent glitter. Now the gloss varnish is white and it looks white going down, but it does dry clear. If you want, in hindsight, I think if I were to make this again, this is probably what I would do. I would go in with an acrylic paint and I would get a very fine tipped brush and paint along the inside of this white first. Let that dry and then go in behind it with this gloss varnish and glitter. You're gonna get more of a wow factor with the white if you do the paint behind it first, I think. Because yes, you can see it now. I just think that it would make it better. And then you'll still get the sparkle from your glitter because it will be dried on top. So you'll have that white and it'll just be sparkly, and I just think it would look better overall. And I honestly, I wish I would have thought about that before, but I didn't really think about it until I was editing and I'm looking back and I'm like, I wish I would have done that instead. So just if you get this mold, I recommend, if you're going to go white and do kind of like a glitter thing like this, do the white acrylic paint, let it dry, then go over with your gloss varnish and glitter mixture on top of that. This way you get the white behind it. Now, for the facial details and the little bow and buttons, I decided that I'm going to go ahead and just add some rhinestones on top because I think it'll give it a nice little feature, different colors, different kind of shine, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to bounce off as I go through the rest of this process. I will be back when we are wrapping things up.
He's got a green bow that shines so bright, green buttons glowing in the Christmas light, a cookie with swagger, holiday delight, candy cane stripes, sugar in his soul, dancing through the snow, he's out of control. Oh, snap, 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 he's the gingerbread man, rocking the tree like nobody can. Green bow, green buttons, he's the star of the plan. Oh, snap, 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 it's the gingerbread man. He skips through the kitchen, slides on the floor, hides in the pantry, then out the back door. Frosting on his smile, but he's craving more. Cupcakes cheer, hot cocoa sings, the gingerbread man, the king of sweet things. Oh, snap, 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 he's the gingerbread man, rocking the tree like nobody can. Green bow, green buttons, he's the star of the plan. Oh, snap, 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 it's a gingerbread man.
Okay, I am back. Just finishing up the last little bit of rhinestones around his bow, and then I'm just going to fill it in with a little bit of green extra fine glitter and the gloss varnish just to kind of make it pop just a little bit more. And that's really it. I think this is super, super, super cute. I think that this would be a great gift for anyone, really, but in particular, like a little kid. Like, can you imagine, right? Grandchild, a younger child, whatever, getting this on Christmas or maybe even before Christmas, filled with wrapped candies or something like that, I think would just be super cute. They have their own little Christmas decoration, little gingerbread man. Like, I think it's adorable. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to do those other molds. I'm so looking forward to getting into the actual Christmas swing of things and videos. I know I've done a couple, but it's not like the main thing yet. We'll be getting to that in maybe 2 weeks. Anyway, that is a wrap on this one, guys. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I will see you on Thursday in the next one. Love ya. Bye.
Elephant is strong. Together we belong. In every comment, right? You lift me to new heights. Your support, it's clear, gives me reason to cheer. Blue Elephant Crew, this one's out for you. You make dreams come true with everything you do. Each subscriber's heart